Chuck D and Donald D. This is The Reflection, Part 12, The Disappearance of Donald D. Now, a lot of people wondered how Donald D and Chuck D came to be, where he had full custody and control, and how he managed Donald D activities of daily living and made decisions and provided on a day-to-day basis, which was odd and rare for a man to do. Donald D was indeed a bright young man. In the beginning, Chuck D was not sure if Donald D was even his. Even then, Chuck D had made poor decisions and mistakes, like many others. A brief pause. Was wondering who was going to throw the first stone. No. So, in the beginning, Donald D was with his mom. The first 2 years of Donald D's life, he was breastfed and raised by his mom. And Donald D paid child support at one time, briefly. But when it was determined that Donald D was indeed Chuck D's kid, Chuck D stepped up and provided things that was needed. Appointed by the court or on his own when asked. He was always there when called for Donald D needs. Now, during that time, Chuck D was into his life and didn't know too much of Donald D's mom because of how they originally met. They wasn't married. They wasn't even boyfriend or girlfriend. Just two ships in the night passing. And Chuck D had that super sperm. And Donald D was created. Now, again, the first 2 years being breastfed and raised by the mom, Chuck D wasn't there on a daily basis, but he provided day-to-day needs financially and materially. Diapers, swingers, food, diapers, wipes, baby clothes, pacifiers, whatever was needed, Chuck D was there to provide. Those 2 years went by. The ship came back around. Things started going on. And Donald D was needed more. One time, Donald D was called. And he said, okay, now I'm doing things, and Donald D was involved in a relationship at the time. I'm sorry, Chuck D was involved in a relationship. And Chuck D was called a lot regarding Donald D. So Chuck D, as any other man, hey, let's see if everything is right as far as the bloodline. Because it's been too many things these past 2 years, whereas Chuck D was led astray, misled, or told conflicting information. So then one day, he decided for the proof, even though he could not deny that 2 ships passed by this way, that he laid up with Donald D's mother. But long story short, things was conflicting, and it just came a time where Chuck D wanted to be official. And it was. So this is the 3rd year after the weaning of the breast. Of course, Chuck D still, even not knowing that he might be a possibility because time frames was closed. So in the first 2 years, that's why Chuck D was still like, it's this chick, let me be cool till I get proof. And if it ain't proof, then that's all right. Sponsor the kid. But Chuck D decided, hey, get the test. Test. Chuck D, you are the father. Thank you, Maury. 3 years go by to jump back to the 3rd year. Off the breast, Chuck D was still engaged, but more now because he saw things for what the shit really was. Donald D's mom wasn't what he expected or knew, or everything he thought was true. So Chuck D definitely wanted to be more in Donald D's life because of the environment that was going on. But then incidents start happening. A call from Head Start, preschool. Your daughter's here and she needs a ride. This is where they have parties and stuff. Just to let y'all know. Chuck D had to drop everything he's doing because where they were, Donald D would have been taken by the police and put in child protection custody. Since she's been determined his blood, Chuck D couldn't let that happen to Donald D since he's been determined. I'm sorry. So Chuck D goes and get Donald D. That was the first incident. Another incident. School call. Oh my God. Donald D mom is nowhere to be found. When these things go on, then it'd be a short disappearance for a couple of days, or maybe in a month. One time is a month, one time a couple of days. Chuck D was like, dang, this is crazy. Then one day, Donald D's mom called. I'm in jail. You gotta get her. You gotta get her. You gotta get him. You gotta get him. Chuck D, what? So during the time, Chuck D's was keeping Donald D. Donald D. mom was in jail. So this is what really, really started Chuck D. and Donald D's path. Because Donald D's mom had become incarcerated for whatever the charges were. So Chuck D had to do what he should do as a man and step up and take care of Donald D. So that's when Chuck D stepped up and took care of Donald D. Those were the incidents, the in jail, disappearing, and Chuck D have to pick up Donald D from school, their environment, the losing of the home. Chuck D found out that the mom and Donald D was in a homeless shelter. These are the things that Chuck D had learned. And these are the reasons Chuck D decided, let's go to court and make this happen. Where's official, Donald D? That my sole responsibility in life will be to take care and provide for you. Officially, I shall be legally the sole provider and a custodian and a parental custodian, mental health custodian, the all responsible Chuck D. And he made a determination. And he made an oath. And he took that obligation. Go ahead, boo. Just stay to the right. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing now? All right? So that's how Chuck D. Just stay to the right. That's how Chuck D. and Donald D. basically came together. All the things that were going on in that age at 3, between 2 and 3, being in a homeless shelter, being left at school, the unstable, unpredictable lifestyle that Donald D. had to go through because of his mom. Chuck D. took those responsibilities up, especially after it was determined that Donald D. was his blood. There's no way that Chuck D. could have his son being raised by the state in foster care here where he was, which is now on the news because he knew once foster care kids are out of foster care, they don't take care of them. They don't make a plan for health insurance. They don't make a plan for college, put money to the side, no funds. Maybe some of them funds that go to the foster people can be put aside for their college or their future, so when they come 18 and dump back out to the streets, they'll have something. But Chuck D wasn't going to let that happen to Donald D. Donald D. had no one. siblings not old enough or unstable and unpredictable. Donald D would have been alone in this world. And how could Chuck D live with himself, knowing that he was capable and prepared and able to take care of his son? The story of Chuck D and Donald D. How it all came to be. I'm walking and talking down here. Hey, that's the story of Chuck D and Donald D. If it's your first time hearing me talk about these characters, I think I'm going to redo something I did. It was called The Disappearance of Donald D. And I put it on here. And I did some visuals behind it while I talked about this story. So the visuals y'all got now is just out here walking around and me talking. And I'm just trying to recollect stuff off the top of my head. So I know I was going back to that beginning, trying to clear up what I was saying between the 2 and 3 year olds that year, from turning 2. What you want to do?
I'm gonna keep going, because where does that lead to?
That leads to back where we parked. Sorry, let's keep going and explore.
Let's go.
So that started to 2, 3 series. It came into a little mini thing. So this part was like, how did Chuck D and Donald D even come to be in the place to be? And I was briefly telling you that. Shout out to my boy I Smoke Hip Hop, Bless One. Shout out to Lady La. My old heads been knowing me for 50 years on the internet. Shout out to my new heads, LPN, Crafty Leos, and Wanda, Budgets and Beyond. Always participating. I know a lot of times when I get off topic of what I do and I start talking about content creators, I don't put up people's names, or, you know, I'm not looking for clout or stuff. It's just stuff I be seeing because, like, I shouted out these 2 content creators that's been on here for a while doing well. You know, I Smoke do his thing. I love the verses. I always pop in. And I'm just looking at dude in the red jacket walking as my daughter was walking up. Y'all see him. But he just going up. But she was going up. He had to get up. And I'm already testy, ready to just see my old ass put some work in to see how good I am. But he's just going down the hill. I'm sorry. I was talking about Wanda, Budgets, and Beyond. Let's go down and check out down there. I think I know where I'm at. We're across Broad. Down there. Down, 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 down. Down and up. Down, down, down. Yes.
He was like,
Because you was like, here? Wanda, Budgets and Beyond had asked me a question the last time I was down here. I was saying support content creators. Then I brought up Bless One and Lady La. I remember when I first came down here, and a lot of these content creators, and I see like Crafty Leo and them, they came because group of content creators get together and y'all try to push each other channel and help each other channel and support each other. So I'm talking to Wanda right now because a question, like you being sarcastic or condescending, I forgot if you asked me, and I was like, yes, I was. Because YouTube and the internet, and I was saying these content creators because it'd be content creators, especially this particular content creator I was talking about. Everybody blow him up, or her. and they all interested and cool, and this person is so great. And then the two channels of content creators will fall out or whatever. Like this one channel be like, oh, go highlight my dude channel or my girl channel, support them, and then them two will fall out. Then have you go over to somebody else and like, hey, you fell out, you sent me over here. Or these people be on here with these YouTube content creators and think that they have this perfect life and all this, and they be capping. And this one particular one is a big YouTuber, Wanda. I ain't even care about how they came on, but when things was good or whatever happened between a channel, bring it down, it's back up, lose videos or whatever, people hating, I ain't with that. Even with the Bullet Scotty, when Bless One and I Smoke, I was like, Bullet Scotty, whatever. Somebody else, they fell out. But he's a young guy, okay, you getting your channel up, congratulations, I'm not gonna hate on you. And I see you every day working on your channel and people doing stuff, y'all doing dirty stuff to each other, or people think you doing dirty stuff like he thought Bless One was, and y'all striking each other's channel and doing stuff, doxing stuff, making people channels come down off of lies or bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, you come across these people, but they be on here acting like, and then the ones that be successful, I'm not talking about my dude Bless One. I'm talking about the channel that I was talking about. I don't even want to say his name. I ain't even no clout chaser, but they have a successful channel. They do stuff that's cool. They speak on stuff. And they came up off of YouTube, making money. And they'll tell you back in the day when it was good, they getting bread. You see them wearing jewelry now, fat clothes and coats and hats and, you know what I'm saying, fancy equipment, cars, fixing up their backyard, their patio, getting, fish in the patio, like Scarface and stuff. I got groupers in the backyard here. You know what I'm saying? They got little sheds converted into a little game room or all that. You know what I'm saying? They doing big things. But before all the other things, they out here talk about, I got businesses and stuff. And as a person like me, I see them and I'm looking at them and I'm listening to everything y'all say on here. Even I make mistakes, but I don't come on here and try to be like, I got a bunch of businesses. I got a bunch of property. I got this money. And you never heard me say that. And this particular person said it. And then when the video went down, he came back, Wanda. This motherfucker was on there, excuse my language. I didn't mean to cuss. Forgive me. Then he comes back with the sorrow like, oh, they took my channel and all this. And he's confrontational with everybody. And everybody hates him and dislike him. Some love him. But he be hypocritical and contradicting himself, either drunk or not paying attention, like I am, just freestyling off the top of the head and saying stuff. But I'm not going to come on here and say that I got all this money and I got all this money and I'm getting all this money from YouTube, and I am. But I got these businesses and I got property and all that. Then soon shit hit the fan that, oh, how y'all going to do me? I got kids. I need help feeding my kids. I can't get SSI, probably because you ain't never paid no taxes. But I can't get SSI. My wife make 6 figures. Another cap, like damn. And I got he might have been clowning. I need money to help with this fish tank in the back. This stuff is expensive. Just let's go back our way. Go close to the car. We didn't walk too far. We didn't walk too far. We on the other side. Hold up. You're gonna have to right. Get back on the right side. Here. Get on the side. Yeah. So I'm like, I hear this budgets and beyond. And when I said it, I'm like, I don't even be asking for money or nothing for my kid. I don't even get child support. I don't ask for child support for my kid. And I'm not going to get on the internet and start, if I'm presenting content and YouTube paying me, why should I be asking people for money when YouTube paying me? Y'all already got to use your electricity and all that to watch YouTube and the internet, pay your phone bills. But I got to help pay for your kid, raise your kids. You need help with my kids. That's what dude said. And it sickened me because I almost fell for the bullshit again. Budgets and beyond, who I was talking about. And a lot of people know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name. But I'm like, first he was money. And then I'm like, oh, he lost his channel. That's fucked up. That ain't even cool. I was like, maybe I don't like him. I ain't down with him. But I'm like, I don't like when they do that foul shit. He come back with the first video. I'm there for an hour or so. Let me give him an hour time so he can get his channel popping. Because we going to go, man, raw and uncut. I'm going to give you to you raw and cut. Not cut, uncut. Organic. Straight off the hip. That's what I'm saying. And I'm listening. About to give a donation, like, I need you to help me raise my kids in this war. And I see Miss Wills, Miss Wiles, whatever, the one putting in the most work. But he wanted to help with the war to raise his kids and his fish tank in the back and keep him fresh and clean. Even though he getting a check from the YouTube. And then people look up to that and I'd be like, that's hypocritical. Then you look in Revelations, we in Easter now, it always be false prophets come through. People who make you think they this and that, and y'all looking, y'all admiring them, and they ain't shit. It's 7 the Scientists. Happy Easter. I'm out. I'll be clowning these niggas.